What's up, J-Bays? It's Vikeejeah and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here and not yet a J-Bay, all you have to do to become one is click the red subscriber button so it turns from red to gray and then makes you a J-Bay. Who are J-Bays? They're my bays, and they tune in whenever I upload to chit chat and all that about luxury beauty. Today's video has been requested by a couple of my J-Bays, and I thought it would be a good idea to get into the comparisons between luxury blushes. We have had two major releases of blushes that exceeded a reasonable price for blushes, let's just put it that way. I'm talking about Sisley and Hermès. Now these are luxury beauty brands, right? Hermès Beauty started about a year ago, and we were blessed with some amazing lipsticks of different finishes, as well as some tinted balms that I thought were absolutely gorgeous. Fast forward to their blush release, which was very exciting and then underwhelming. Yes, we can all agree? Yes. I have three, and I did review them in collaboration with one of my beautiful friends here, and I'll go ahead and link that in the iCards for you. I don't think I talked a great deal about the Sisley blushes, but I can tell you that I purchased three of the blushes and the highlighter that came out with the Phyto Radiant Blush. So let me go ahead and show those to you. Here's the packaging for the Sisley blush. It is their sort of traditional zebra print with the red S, and it's the Lefito Blush Radiant Blush. This is the shade Rosy Fushia number 2. And as you can see, the logo is etched into the mirror, and then we have the actual blush, and the unit weight is 0.22 ounces or 6.5 grams of product. And I mean, this has been loved. I've had it for a little while, so it's a little difficult to see the embossing of the Sisley logo there, but let me go ahead and show you the Rosy Fushia. Nice pressed powder consistency, and it does give a radiant finish, as you can see. Let's go ahead and look at the other two shades. Next up is number 3, Coral. There's Coral. And number 5, Rosewood. Now I do have shimmer, which is number 6, but it is not a blush, it is a highlighter. So we're not going to look at shimmer today. But these are the radiant blushes from Sisley. They retail for $80 US. And you can purchase them, of course, from the Sisley website, but also department store retailers such as Nordstrom, Saks, Bergdorf, etc. Next up is Hermès's Rose Hermes, and I have 3 of these blushes. They are the Silky Powder Blush, and they are designed to give you a very silky textured finish. It blends in effortlessly, and they are quite beautiful. All of the shades that I have are gorgeous, and they do work really well for my skin tone. I have this one here, which is number 54, Rose Nuit. There you go. There's the little mirror, and on the outside it has the Hermès medallion. It's the white enamel and brushed gold finish that is the same as the lipsticks. The debut component was designed by Pierre Hardy. So there's our blush, and hopefully you can see, let me try to get in really close, but there's the Hermès embossing there. Like I said, I use my blushes, so it's a little difficult to see because I've had them for a little bit. But here's Rose Nuit. Let's just keep it going on the same arm, okay? I'll come down a little bit so that you can see the difference. So Rose Nuit, okay. And I'm just gonna do one swipe for all of them just to keep things fair. These retail for $77 US and are available on the Hermès website, as well as Nordstrom and Saks, if I'm not mistaken. I don't believe they're available anywhere else just yet. This one here is Rose Feu, number 61. This is the deepest out of the 8 shades that were available, and there were 5 blush shades for the Sisley blushes. One of the blushes from Hermès is an Asian exclusive, but you know, if you have a connect, you can probably find it, so it's still accessible to you if you live in the US. The last shade here I'm going to show you is number 32, Rose Pommette. And Rose Pommette is designed for tan skin tones, so it's a little bit brighter, but it does look very good against my skin tone. There we are. Those are the 3 shades from Hermès and the 3 shades from Sisley. So 77 US dollars, 80 US dollars for those blushes. Now, a couple of things to note, especially with the drop of the Hermès blushes, is that a lot of people were disappointed in the packaging. We received this really luxurious experience and launch with the Hermès lipsticks. They came in the orange box. They had their own little dust bag. They were nice and weighty, and they are refillable. Just gorgeous all around, right? With the Hermès drop for these blushes feel like a toy. Like, they feel like a toy. This doesn't feel like a luxurious packaging, let's just put it that way. It looks luxurious. I mean, let's not even play games, okay? Like, this looks pretty. This is very pretty, very glamorous, whatever. Very travel friendly because it is lightweight, and it does have a magnetic closure, and they are refillable, but there's glue holding this in. You know, what's missing is that the entire component is not magnetic, hence why it is not weighty. My guess, if I were to take this apart, which I won't because I pay good money for it, but if I were to take this apart, it would only be magnetic around the area in which this component closes. It is not fully magnetic in the way that the lipsticks are, because you need to be able to put the cap on all the way around, right? So the whole thing is magnetic. You need weight on the bottom to keep, you know, switch out the refills, so they're a little more weighty. This should have been weighted by the by the magnet that was supposed to hold the blush in. Yeah, I mean, come on. We definitely didn't think that through. This should not be glued in. There should be no reason that glue is involved. It's in a metal pan. The bottom, the base of this blush component should have been fully magnetic on the inside to house the product and close the component. And that would have given us the weight that we desired. That element of spending $77 on a blush was a letdown for a lot of consumers. And it sucks that it was a letdown because these are gorgeous. These are freaking gorgeous. These blushes, they are you seeing what I'm seeing? Because they have a demi-matte finish. They're not satin, they're not radiant, they don't claim to be, but they are silky, and so they give off a skin-like finish once you apply them. They're stunning. The formula is on point, and the component is very lacking, and it was not fully thought out, which is a disappointment to somebody who enjoys Hermès not just for their beauty but for their products in general. We know that they are about their craftsmanship, yes? So this drop just felt half-assed. You know how much this is in my hand? For me to feel like meh about the packaging? People buy luxury for a luxury experience. So packaging is a big deal for luxury people. You know, people who enjoy luxury beauty. Packaging is a part of the experience. That's what makes it fun. Let me grab something else here. Here's a Sicily lipstick. There's a Sicily logo. There's your zebra detail. There's your Sicily logo on the base that is also magnetic. Okay. Here is the Sicily name once again on the lipstick. It is thoughtfully designed to help you create, you know, your lip line and everything, like fully fill in your lips. This comes in a red velvet pouch when you get it, and a beautiful box as well. that's just one example of what luxury packaging is about. Let's see. I'm just throwing out examples just because they're in my face. So here we have Gucci bronzer. Gucci has been very consistent with their packaging, and the performance of their products is just exquisite. You've got this sort of hidden brush and a refillable component. There's your little pinhole that indicates you can switch out the product. That's another thing that I can show you just really quick. Westman Atelier. You know they're one of my favorite brands out there. Westman Atelier Baby Cheeks Blush Stick. It's a very weighted component, magnetic closure. You've got the logo etched on the cap. You've got two-tone metal. You've got an amazing product in here. And then when you're done with it, boom, you know nothing's ever gonna happen to your product, right? And then I have my Hermès blush, because the lipsticks, they didn't miss with that at all. It's just that this makes people less likely to want to spend the $77. And my hope, like I think I mentioned this in my Hermès video, my hope is that the criticism that they're receiving is taken as constructive, and that the next launch is back on par. Let's put it that way. Now, when we look at the component for Sisley, even just holding it in my hand, there's a noticeable difference in weight, right? It says here that you get 6 grams or 0.21 ounces of blush in here. So that's not a terrible difference, right? Like that's like 0.01 ounces or half a gram difference. That's not really noticeable when you're using the product and, hitting pan. You're not gonna go, oh, that half a gram, I missed out on that half a gram, So that's not really a big deal in terms of product weight and what you're getting for what you're paying. These run for $80, so they're only $3 US more than Hermès. You get a velvet pouch, and the velvet pouch has an elastic band on it. These are a magnetic closure, and the logo is etched into the mirror. I think that's something that I've seen on pretty much all of my luxury blushes that have many of my luxury products. Let me put it that way. Not all of them, but many of them have their logo once again etched into the mirror. So as you're putting this on, you are reminded of who you're dealing with, And it's gonna rub off. It's gonna rub off on the product. If you're using the product a lot, it's gonna rub off. So of course it should definitely be here. It's missing here. We don't have it here. Hermès is not on the mirror. Both products are scented. I like that in a luxury product personally. If it's not scented, I don't want it to smell like anything. I don't want to smell anything. But if it is scented, I want it to smell like one of their signature fragrances, and that's what you get with both of these products. So that much I do enjoy. Both products perform very nicely. I consider Sicily to edge out Hermès, even though Hermès has more colors, and the reason is because I feel like this shade, which is the deepest shade that they have, the Rose Fushia, can accommodate more skin tones than Rose Feu in terms of depth. You will see this show up on Ducky Soft, Nima Tang. You know what I'm saying? This will show up. This will pop. This will not pop. They will have to go in over and over and over again to get this to show up. This shows up on somebody of my complexion very nicely, but even I have to put on like 3 layers to get this to really pop. And so, and I'm not the marker for deep skin. I hope that that's clear to most of these beauty companies, that I am dark and not rich. Okay, let's not stop at me. I think that a lot of people were extremely excited about both of these launches. Sisley is, I think they stepped up their game with their color products in terms of their reach, with the shade expansion of their Lefito Foundation. This is the shade that I know you're looking at it, you're going, you gotta be kidding me, but this actually does work for me. This is 6 Plus Chestnut. Number 7 Mocha is a tad off in terms of undertone, so I do prefer this one, and it works out just fine. I know. Don't come for me in the comments. I know my shade. But anyway, I say all of that to say, let's look at the pros and cons. Yes, the pros are that these are 2 beautiful formulas and they are comparable. The actual blush themselves are very comparable in terms of performance and in terms of staying power and in terms of texture. You know, how they look on the skin and how they make the skin look. They're very comparable. Then we get into color range, right? Color range, I feel Sicily edges out Hermès in terms of pigmentation and reach of the range of skin tones that they're looking to accommodate. Rose Nuit and Rose Feu are considered the shades that were intended for darker skin tones. And like I said, Rose Feu is the deepest shade, or the most pigmented shade in the range of 8 colors. And I think it would be difficult for somebody a little bit like deeper than myself. Maybe my girl, it's Lori's Life, could wear this. But I think anybody past my girl Lori is gonna be annoyed trying to make this work. You can accommodate way more skin tones with something like Rose Fushia. That's definitely gonna have a lot of reach. Even pardon me, the little kick up. Even this shade I think can accommodate a skin tone a little bit deeper than myself. This is Rosewood, and this is probably my favorite out of the 3. Coral, that's a beautiful coral. This shade reminds me of what they were trying to do with Pommette. This is Nuit. And okay. I think what they were trying to do with Pommette here, I know they don't look the same, but when they melt into the skin, they have a very similar effect, but this one is deeper. And it's intended for deeper skin tones. Like, this one's for tan skin tones and this one's for deeper skin tones. So I'm not making a comparison in terms of that. I'm just going by the color. These are on the cheek, they're gonna have the same effect, but this one is going to accommodate a deeper skin tone range than this one. So if you're looking to purchase a luxury blush and you want the luxury experience, my take from this is that the extra $3 to buy Sicily will be worth it. In terms of the packaging, yes, you get the orange box with this blush, but this blush does not have its own pouch, which for traveling is something that I like, which for putting it in my purse is something that I like, because you know, you want to protect your investment. Anything over $50 for a blush is expensive in my opinion. Y'all tell me in the comments what you think. So if I'm dropping $80, I liked it enough to buy 3 and then buy the highlight as well. So technically 4. So I spent $80 times 4, $320 US. And I am not disappointed at all. I bought these 3 for $77 a piece plus $100 for the brush. Don't get me started on the brush. Y'all don't want to hear my mouth with the brush. Woo! But yeah, I just feel like these probably, I would have been less upset at $60. I would have been less upset at $60. You know what I'm saying? Hermès. The refill really grinds my gears. It just have to say. The refill of things grinds my gears. Because why is there glue on this? Huh? Why is there glue on? I'm not messing up my component to show you guys this. You can see it in another video. I have plenty of friends who have done videos. I'm happy to link you. But like, there's glue holding this into the component, when if you had simply made the component fully magnetic, you wouldn't need to add glue. If it's a refill, what am I supposed to do with my refill? You see what I'm saying? What am I supposed to do when I get this out and all that glue is off? Am I supposed to have my own glue, Hermès? Are you selling the glue? I shouldn't need no glue to put a refill in here. That is so tacky and cheap and freaking corny. Like, I'm super mad at that. $77 for a blush, and then the refill has mother freaking glue on it, and you kind of like, if I had hair, I'd pull it out. Buy this. This video wasn't supposed to go in this direction, but y'all just buy this one, okay? Just buy Sisley if you want to spend good money on a blush. All right, get this one. Until they get their act together, I do not recommend Hermès blushes. And that packaging is not just important for the look, it's important for the function of the product. I can't put the refill in here, and that's what makes me upset. So I honestly feel like Hermès needs to not only go back to the drawing board, but they need to offer some sort of like promotion for the people who got the defective component. All right, y'all need to put out a word and say, hey, we fixed our component. Y'all come on back. Y'all send that back and let me make it right. That's what I think they should do. Do I think they're gonna do it? No, but I think they should. I bought mine from Hermès direct, so I feel like they should reach out to those of us who have actually purchased it directly from them and be like, here's the corrected component, because this component needs to be fixed. It's defective technically. Whew. Back to the product. The product is fantastic, both of them. The blush itself is gorgeous, both of them. You're getting the same amount pretty much, right? As far as color range, I give it to Sisley. As far as luxury presentation, I give it to Sisley. And as far as being worth the money, I give it to Sisley. Sisley definitely edges out. You ain't even gonna miss them $3. I promise you. You won't miss them $3 if you get a nice little velvet pouch. Let me show you. Hold on. This is how your Sisley blush is housed in the box when you purchase it. You look in the back here, it has a little elastic that holds the flap down that keeps your product nice and secure. Then you open her up and there's your product. That is what I should be getting with every luxury product that I purchase. A velvet pouch, because it's not just there to be cute. This keeps the dust off your product. This keeps your product secure and safe when you travel. This also, if your product is mirrored, helps clean the fingerprints off. So it serves a purpose. If you're home, obviously you're not going to keep it in the pouch because you're putting it in your makeup organizers. Sorry. These just came in an orange box just like this. Where's my pouch? Hermès. Where that though? So anyway, I feel like I got, and then the brush. Child. Links to each product will be in the description box. I want to just stop here before I start cussing Hermès out, y'all. So, y'all tell me in the comment section. Did you purchase either of these blushes? Do you have both blushes? Which do you prefer? Which color is your favorite? On and on and on like that. Let's chit chat and all that in the comment section as we do about luxury beauty. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so I know you like this video. Do you want me to compare other products? Do you want this to be a series? Let me know in the comments below. And any information that you are looking for should be in the description box for you. And if not, feel free to ask me in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.